Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, back with another Navy video, and we have some exciting news with the latest dev diary suggesting an update to the Navy, which could mean big changes to the series. We will have to wait and see. So as it's on topic, I thought we would go to the Pacific Theatre as Siam. Now, we are using the Siam rework mod as they currently don't have a focus tree yet, but let's dive on in. So here we are as the Kingdom of Siam. We have a lovely new focus tree courtesy of the mod. We do have a few different directions we can go. So we can go like a military route this way. We've then got democracy and a bit of communism as well, if that's something that takes your fancy. But obviously not us. We are going for the imperialist and we're going monarchy route, which is down this way here. We do have some nice Navy bonuses here, so we get some free dockyards, a few little bonuses, all sort of short focuses, which is nice, 35 days, a nice bit of Marines as well we'll get use of. And we do have kind of the old getting the bonuses from other countries. So, unfortunately, there's not a Japanese one, which is what I'd probably want. So we're going to go the American one for some battleship bonuses and some carrier bonuses. That does mean we need to be on good terms with the US, so we will go for these ones first. We'll start with the foreign affairs. Now, research-wise, we have 2 slots to start with, and I'm going to waste them on heavy ship 1s, 183 days, and carriers. Because I get bonuses from the next few focuses, I don't want to waste the bonus on these early ones. I want to get 2 towards the 1940s. We do start with a little navy, actually, of 2 cruisers. Well, the coastal defense and a destroyer, but we're not going to be using that. That's probably going to get sunk. We don't have a leader trait, which is annoying, but we have tie neutrality, which we'll get rid of. It's fine. Civilian wing opposition, political power and stability, and then a Great Depression, all of which we do need to get rid of, but we can do that in the focus tree, not a problem. Now, the aim of today is going to be just to control the Indian Ocean, I feel. We're going to go and get a little bit of land. We'll buddy up to Japan, probably take a bit of China because we're going to need some of their resource to actually build our fleet. And then just try and control as much as the ocean we can. Try and knock out the US and the UK Navy. But I don't really have intentions of actually winning the war. We just want to control the Indian Ocean. I do need USA to like me, so let's go and start improving relations there. We need 25 to be able to continue down the focus tree. We do have basically no political power now. 0.1 we are gaining because of that. American Embassy is done, which means we can go study the battleships, which gives us some nice research bonuses and 2 naval dockyards for 35 days. There is the carriers done as well. We will go and get these other ones while we can. So we get 1,000 units of trucks, which is very handy, and an MIO of the Motor Ford Company, 35 days. And we can also get some free fighters, meals, and a few bonuses as well. So I'm going to pick these up first before the Americans hate us, because this is all good equipment and bonuses, and they're all 35 days. So these are very lovely and a little bit OP, really. Ford contract is done, which is the last of the American Embassy focuses. So they're all done. We've got all of their bonuses and equipment. We could now go over to the political path and start sorting out our national spirits and getting some bonuses and obviously getting our political party in. However, what I'm going to do first is go for this industry stuff, and we'll get rid of the Great Depression and actually build an industry where we can build dockyards. Our air research facility is done. I've built it in a place where there's not much supply, which is a bit of an error from me. But, you know, is it a curt run if we don't do at least one error? We'll go and get ourselves the rocket specialist and get him in for 25 PP. And then we will start doing radar when we have the breakthrough. And I think we need to get, electrical mechanical engineering. And then we'll go get radar. Let's go and get coastal industry, 4 civs, and we finish the recovery from the Great Depression. We are starting to tick along. We are building some more civs. Japan demands we join their faction. I mean, I'm going to join their faction anyway, so there doesn't seem to be any negative. I assume they'll declare war, but obviously we will join them because we were going to do that anyway. So we are in the co-prosperity sphere, and we'll go and get another research slot. Meanwhile, we are starting to increase our infantry units. A scandal, and obviously we are going to request monarchy support because we want our monarchy back and bring back the king. So once that triggers, we can go and return, there we go, negative to Brown Party, and return of Rama the 7th. In he comes, our new king. Welcome back. And we get the lovely new king. There he is. He seems like a very happy chappy. Royal dictator, political power and support from non-aligned. That is actually quite good bonuses. Next few focuses, we are basically just tidying up the nation a bit. So we take a bit of a hit on political power. We've got purge the communists. We've got the civilian wing as well. We remove that, and military opposition as well. So we basically just purge everyone and resume a bit of support to our country. Let's go and get 1940 carriers on the go and 1940 heavy ships. With our bonus, we get them in just under a year. So early 39, we basically get them. We will head down towards these 2 research slots as well. So we'll go and get the Supreme Council first. A load of bonuses towards chief costs and other bits and pieces, and a bit of non-aligned support. I do need to get transport ships actually, so let's stop the industry and get transport ships, because we do need to jump here into China and gain ourselves all of this precious resource, especially the steel, because we're going to need that to build our navy, because we currently have none and not a great industry to actually trade for some either. He wants presidency, political power -10 but war support, or he starts a civil war. Let's make him president, because I'll be honest, the political power isn't really that much of a pain. We don't really need too much, and we're actually making loads of it. So we'll take the 10% hit and rather than a civil war, and he can support us as a president, and we'll go and grab our 2 research slots. We'll take us up to 5. 1940 carriers are done. So let's go and get some of them on the go. So I'm probably only going to be able to afford 2, I imagine. So 1940 carriers, let's go and whack hangar space on. We want maximum hangar space as always. We want as many planes as possible. We will take a bit of anti-air to stop their naval bombers, especially seeing as the Allies have a lot of carriers as well. And then we'll just max out the rest as hangar space. We don't want any small guns or armor. So we've got a lovely 100 deck size, many bombers. Bit of speed, so that is good. We will build 2 of these to start with, because we have 6 dockyards. We don't have the resource for them, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, we're going to have to go for a smaller navy than usual, because we just don't have the industry for it. Oh, I realise I haven't even got trains research. We don't even know what a train is. No wonder we haven't got supply here. That's unbelievable. There we go. We are a new country now. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it, but we have a lovely new red nation taking hold. Now we can go and do the decisions to ask for some territory off the Allies. The UK declines Burma, but France accepts giving us Indochina, which, when I did a trial run, was the opposite way around. I gained a little bit of crappy Burma that I didn't want, and France refused. But now we have a much bigger territory, and more importantly, we have... Well, we'd have to go to war with the Allies early to get Indochina, but also we have a lovely little front line here with China, so we no longer have to naval invade, which is very handy. Let's go and do... Well, we bypass that because we're already... I could join another faction and start one, but what's the point? So let's go and bypass that one. Mediation. I don't think I need that anymore because I'm not going to war with France, so we don't need Japan to gain as land. There's not really much else here. That's if we want to help China, but we don't. We want to claim China. So I think it's about time we move over and head towards the Navy bonuses. Here is these lovely, weird planes, actually, that America's given us. We've got some fighters and then some weird multi-role bombers. So let's get them up above China. I can't actually see what the variant is because they have gifted them to me. So I don't know what the design is, but it's very, very weird. So we will get them on close air support and help us push into China. Let's go and join the Japanese-Chinese war then. Hopefully, yeah, they haven't really guarded their front line very well. So we'll quickly pin the troops they have in position. And then we'll beeline our way around, grab some victory points. I need as much war score as possible when we're knocking out China so that we can gain as much land as possible in the peace deal. We do have an infantry genius. I mean, I'll definitely take that. We have 2 infantry experts, actually, and some naval strikes. So we have got some good military high command, but we'll start with the genius. I'm going to go up a conscription lot. I know I've got 400,000, but we will need more manpower. Let's go and design ourselves some heavy ships. So heavy battery 2, because it still only needs 1 steel. We'll have some anti-air, fire control, we'll probably upgrade that later. Best engine, we will go... Second battery, let's not bother actually. We'll go for battlecruiser armor to make them speedier and a bit cheaper. So we'll take battlecruiser armor 3 just for a little bit of armor increase. we will go for heavy battery 2, another heavy battery to get our heavy attack up, and then I think we'll just fill it full of anti-air, and then it's cheap, and hopefully we won't get sunk by naval bombers. So we've got about the same production cost as the carrier, so they'll take about the same time, which is perfect. The armor's not brilliant, so the heavy attack's good. The speed's pretty poor, so I'm not too sure about my armor decision. So I may change it, because battleship armor actually doesn't decrease the speed. It's just the supply use for more armor. So I'm actually just going to do battleship armor then. Screw it. Let's go battleship armor 3. I don't really think supply use is that important in Navy. I actually have no idea. I don't seem to have supply issues. But anyway, we'll get 2 of these heavy ships out, heavy battleships, and then 2 carriers. So we've got 2 screens for our carriers. Meanwhile, we are trying to push into China. Just going to design some long-range casts just to help us in China. So we're not going to get contested in the air, so they don't need to be very strong. And then because I have a load of planes that I've got from focuses, we're just going to convert them all into our new cheap cast long rangers and not require any resource. We have a lovely encirclement here. We'll just close up. Once that's done, I think that'll be China pretty much on its knees and we can push in. So we'll just close this one up quickly because Japan just doesn't want to. Oh, we are smashing through them now. There shouldn't be too much. 97, no, literally a couple more victory points, and that is China done. We are just completely rolling them over at the moment. And there we go. China is done. We will go ahead and puppet as much as we can. We obviously want the bits next to us with the resource. We'll start puppeting all of this. And we will get the resources from them because we don't want to have to trade for it. And we'll go and get the factories as well. And we'll use our lovely puppet here to fuel our navy building facade. China is now existing. We will probably integrate that later, but at the moment we have some more manpower, we have a load of resources, we are still lacking steel, which is a bit annoying, so we will have to trade our soul away. We are looking at June 1942, we are building some more planes and we are building equipment because we are lacking some. So we are on the way now before we go into the Allies, but we've got a little bit of time yet. Let's go and get our army on the borders because Japan is about to kick off, I think, and take our land from us that we want. We definitely want Malaya and hopefully into the Dutch East Indies a little bit. So we'll start guarding the borders and getting a bit of planning bonus going. I don't know what they've got on this border, but we are sort of pushing, but yet they're pushing, and I think the counterattack's going well. So hopefully we'll just push them out. It does seem like we are winning that one. As usual with attacking the Allies, we have a million billion notifications. Right, we'll just smash our way through. We want jungle specialists. I got harassed for not doing that last time. And we've maxed out the marine doctrine already. We've also maxed out our grand battle plan. And we're on our way to our air doctrine as well, which is very nice. Okay, that's fine. Burma's doing okay. I love fighting Burma because they have this long little penis bit here, which we're just cutting in half and encircling their divisions. And then we'll push into Rangoon. Actually going to give my normal divisions pioneers because we get jungle attack and movement and speed and bits and pieces. So I think, no, I am lacking a bit of support equipment, but that's fine. We will continue making that, but at least our troops are better in the jungle. Just going to stop naval production focus because I want to go and get this attack against Burma, but it's actually the British Raj. I think this is an old mod, so we want to go get that attack bonus. July 42 we are looking at, so about 7 months, and we shall have our navy on the go at least. Let's go and get ourselves some fire control 3. We'll go and get a bit of anti-air. And we want maximum radar. We have radar 4 now, which is good. These are obviously going to be spotter ships. So we will go and max out the floating catapult as well. And we'll get a few of these spotter ships. Right, that is Singapore and Malaya dealt with. We'll just cut them off on this island here. The Japanese have already started their invasion, which is annoying because I want the manpower in Indonesia. So we will quickly jump down here and see if we can cut them off and take a bit of it before they push forward. Our big boy ships are done. So we have nothing to protect them at the moment. We do need some planes as well, but at least they are built. So we are going to need some heavy cruisers. Well, not heavy cruisers, some armoured light cruisers. That's what we're going for today. We're going no destroyer. So we're going light cruiser 2, bit of anti-air, best fire control, best radar because it does improve the light battery hit chance and anti-air. We will give it the best engine for speediness, second battery 2, and we're going to go maximum armor and I'll probably get hate for this, but I also get told to put armor in it. It's probably overkill, but hopefully means we shouldn't lose any of these. So they're expensive. We'll have a small navy, but these should absolutely smash through screens, and we shouldn't really lose any. Right, we are slowly taking Indonesia. We have sort of cut them in half now, which is good. We will gain some resource and manpower from this. Japan is also hitting the other direction, but we have claimed most of it. Right, Japan handed it over, which is nice. We'll get the rest of our army now back over into India, and we will knock out the British Raj. And that should give us a nice sort of hold in the Pacific and the Indian Ocean. We probably won't push much further into Iraq and Iran, but we'll at least take India out. The fall of Moscow. The Soviets are not doing particularly well. Germany's actually doing bits in this game, which makes a change. Normally they just crumble at the moment. Every time I seem to play this, they cap. I mean, there goes Rome as I say that. But every time I do it, Germany seems to cap really early. We are missing a lot of equipment, but we do have a lot of port guards on the go. And we are pushing into India, which is going to require a lot of garrison. Right, we've got a fair amount of cruisers now. I think majority of them are the spotters. We do have an air controller and a blockade runner, so he will be our admiral. We'll get the naval exercise on because we don't want ours to be fresh experience. We don't want that negative debuffs, so we'll get them out and get them training. We'll go and get damage control as well. We want our navy to be as trained as possible and as many buffs as possible because it's not going to be that big. Hopefully with Bombay here. Yeah, that is the British Raj done. Some lovely equipment, which we desperately needed. So lovely guns. We will finish mopping up these allies that are trapped here. But that is the Raj dealt with. Let's go and get Lone Wolf, which is 10% to enemy fleet size penalty. Because we'll have a smaller navy, that should help. Don't know how much. I don't really know how much that stat affects things. But we will take that definitely. We are looking pretty much ready. There is a lot of people in the Indian Ocean ready. We are just going to sit here. We're not going to push any further as well. There's a few little naval invasions here we'll quickly mop up and deal with. Now, usually I go for weather experience for the bad weather penalty because of carriers. But since we only have 2, I'm going to try night fighting, which I've heard is quite good also. And since we don't have many carriers, we'll go for that this time. Let's get our strike force on, and we're going to basically hit all of the Indian Ocean and just into the Pacific a little bit to begin with. So we've only got 7 of our cruisers, but that should be enough. 11 ships, but these are some hard-hitting cruisers, so we should be okay. Let's go and put them into India. It's probably a good central location to hit from. We've got 8 spotter ships, so we're going to split them into 1 per task force. We'll get them on patrol. We will get them on never engage or do not engage and always repair. And then we'll get the main fleet on always engage and never repair, the 2 opposites. So this is going to hit once our spotters find, which should be pretty quick. The problem with the Indian Ocean is it's so big to get round that you spend all of the time chasing ships. So there we go. We have our first engagement, a few little French screens, and they've been absolutely melted away. We lost 2 planes. We'll definitely take that. Okay, we are cutting our teeth. There is a carrier here, which we have found, and we've already sunk it. There was a carrier with 2 screening ships, and one of the screens wasn't obviously a big ship. So there goes a carrier, a very nice start. Subs, however, we are going to struggle, I think. We have some planes, but we don't really have any other way of doing it, so we'll just disengage. Let's set up some naval invasions because we want to completely control the Indian Ocean. And we'll get rid of anywhere that the enemy fleets can fall back to and hide. So this should also force out their task force for us to be able to engage afterwards. There's a few more subs. A few of the British have turned up, which is fine. A few more screens gone. Nothing too major yet, but we are, well, funny enough, we are very good at spotting fleets with our 8 amazing radar ships. Let's get our naval invasions off because we have Green Sea. We are chasing something else, but we are travelling so far because our spotting ships are finding absolutely everything. We have found HMS Hood and an array of battleships with it. The favour is not really with us. We don't have any torpedoes. The sensible man would retreat, and I have been told that I am too bold with not retreating all the time. I should retreat when I know, but I feel like we can smash this screening, so we're not going to disengage. I'm not going to listen to whoever put that comment. Screw you, we are just going to engage. Right, let's kick it off. Hopefully, I mean, there's a cruiser already, and they are starting to retreat, which is good. Hood has got away rather annoyingly, but everything else is retreating, so hopefully we'll sink quite a bit of it trying to get out. We have lost a couple of cruisers, which is a little bit annoying. I was hoping to not lose anything. They did have a lot of heavy guns, however. Right, we have managed to disengage. We have taken quite a battering, so we are going to repair now. But yeah, we took out a fair amount of their screen. Not brilliant. Right, these are taking absolute age. They must have taken a right beating, our heavy battleships. Or just our battleships, sorry, but our heavy ships. But we'll have to do a little bit of waiting now. Germany is getting absolutely pummeled from the west, but meanwhile they're still in Moscow. But they really need to redo their priority. I haven't actually done any of the Navy doctrine yet, which is probably half of my problem, but I've been using the XP on research stupidly. But it's okay, we are just dealing with some naval invasions while we wait for our fleet to be repaired. Okay, we are back out. Let's get back to the Indian Ocean. We are Green Sea as well, which is pretty impressive. So we can get our naval invasions off in a minute. We will see if we can actually grab anything. We'll just expend our borders of where we are going and see if we can hit anything. I could go for modern carriers, but they took 2 years to research, and then we've got to build them. So I'm going to save it to the Spanish Armada, which is going to be like a real late game. We'll do all of the late modern research and see if we can smash our way through late allies. 4 carriers, which isn't brilliant. We're going to disengage because our carriers have actually pulled out anyway. I don't know why that is. They've retreated, but I'll take that. We have finally done a tactical retreat, and we haven't lost anything. There we go. I'm playing a bit more cautious now with my small navy. Okay, I think we can take these because they haven't got many big ships. It's just a load of screens which will absolutely smash through. Their pride of the fleet got away, which is rather annoying. We did get a battleship, and we are smashing our way through their destroyers now. So absolutely no problem now. We'll just sit here and crush them all. Okay, that is all of it done. So we will disengage because we can't get to the subs. We can't be bothered to waste our time there. But that was a very crushing blow for the US. Only 1 battleship, but they lost, well, 55 destroyers we took out in total and 8 cruisers with it. The Italians have showed up with basically no screens, so they're just going to end up at the bottom of the Indian Ocean. Well, they're not because they managed to pull out, which is rather annoying, but we did sink a little bit. Hopefully we'll catch up. We do have a rebellion in India because I totally forgot that since the new DLC, we have massive penalties to our occupation. So even with military governor, they still overthrow us. So we need to go for the martial law, which is -60 to the uprisings. That is the Germans done, and immediately Spain has joined our faction for some unknown reason. Why they wait for Germany to cap, who knows? But that is Germany done, which means the Allies are about to bring a whole can of whoop-ass into our theatre. What do they even have, to be fair? 200 odd ships, a lot of heavy ships. They are doing okay. US isn't doing brilliant. They've got a few capitals, but nothing major. We have almost finished repairing again, which is good, and then we shall get back out. A lot of our cruisers had been hit. Right, here's more of the Brits. They have got 4 carriers, but I think we're just going to stand. I think we've got enough cruisers now. We're just going to absolutely melt through them. Carriers all got away as usual, but we are smashing our way through their screens. We've got 1 battleship, which is nice. It's always nice to get at least 1 capital. That feels like a bit of a victory. Right, I just realised I'm trying to naval invade Iran, even though they're not actually at war with me anymore, because they're in the common turn since the peace deal. Because I thought all of these here we can invade behind and crush them, but it turns out they're already encircled, so we'll just quickly battle plan in and wipe out like 200 divisions here or something. Okay, we missed that, but we've sunk another load of screens, some Chileans as well. There's a few US gone. We are engaged in the Red Sea, and there's a load of retreating and another battle. We are quite damaged, but it says we're massively in favour. So we'll just stick this one out and see. Yeah, they're immediately retreating as always. Hopefully we can get something. Right, we took a battleship and a few of their destroyers. We are massively damaged now, especially these cruisers. So let's get into repair again. We are doing a lot of repairing at the moment, I must be honest. There's a few of the US going. I don't know why they had 5 battleships and basically 6 destroyers screening them. That was never going to end well for the US, but that is quite a blow for them. They are, however, sort of pummeling the Japanese a little bit, so we might have to jump in. We are now re-engaging the British again. going after the Suez Canal, the back route through Iraq. So once we've done that, that should then lock them out of the Red Sea and make it a little bit more difficult for them to get troops in here and navies. Then we can finally move. There's a battleship gone. We can finally move and help the Japanese out in the proper Pacific once we control the Indian Ocean. The Japanese have 11 carriers still, 144 ships. I thought the Japanese would have been pummeled, but they're actually okay. They've got 5 of the 1936 carriers, so they are actually doing not too bad. I don't know how they're getting naval invaded. We did take out another 3 battleships of the US that I missed as well, including the pride of the fleet as well. A few cruisers and 20 destroyers, which is very nice. We do now have complete green in the Indian Ocean. There's those Italians that we fought earlier, so they have also disappeared into the bottom of the sea. I think that's pretty much it. The Brits have turned up again, but they are immediately retreating. I might try the mod with the old naval engagement stuff. I wonder if this will get changed in the new DLC, because the AI just loves to retreat from naval battles. Right, there's some US as well. Let's see if they get out. They're going to get absolutely pummeled. As usual, we're just smashing our way through their screens. I really need to improve my heavy damage in these builds, I think. Maybe more torpedoes is the way forward. Right, so Britain's down to 100, but a lot of capital ships. Same with USA, but I don't really know where they are, if I'm totally honest, because we're engaging occasionally, but none of the sea zones have a lot. Right, I can annex China now for some reason. I'm not even doing anything, but apparently the ticking up the autonomy. So we'll go and take all of their divisions. We have a load of manpower now, and we'll just take all of their resources. Very nice. Right, let's push these allies out of China. We do need to help Japan out a little bit. Homing torpedoes researched. Get rid of these naval invasions, and then we'll have to go to Japan homeland. There's the Chile. Chile have actually built themselves quite a big navy. Unfortunately, they've just run into an absolute powerhouse of the Siamese navy. We'll just disengage rather than fighting the subs, because we don't need them. Oh no, what's there a peace deal for? Oh, I thought Japan had longer than that. Okay, I may have made a small error here being distracted. I was trying to help them with a lot of convoy raiding, but it turns out Japan has also fallen now. Britain has got quite a lot of capital ships, but I don't know where they are. They just don't want to re-engagement. Same with America. They've got not as many, but Britain has got a lot, but I just don't know where they are, because they're just not really in any sea zone at all. There's the odd sprattering of ships, but nothing major. I think we're calling it a day. We have sunk 1,100 and lost 42 ships. So I think we've absolutely punched well above our weight here. We do control the whole of the Indian Ocean. We have a bit of Indonesia. We have India. So and a bit of China. I would class this as a win for Siam. We set out to control the Indian Ocean, and we have done that. We've become an absolute naval powerhouse. There's no way we could basically lose from here, because they do not have enough navy to be able to naval invade us. So we'll just sit here. So we'll call it there, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Shout out to our members for always supporting the channel. Let me know in the comments down below what you want me to do next. And peace out.